what anyone dealing with the US president should do now is leaving emotions aside, even if they are rightful ones. I know it's difficult, and understand that whatever we see and whatever we deal with and whomever we deal with, they're all very different, radically different from what we've been used to for the past, I don't know, I would tend to say decades, possibly centuries. There is a very Trumpian rationality. It just happens not to be the old Europe's rationality, and we need to come to terms with that. The problem is that when something sounds irrational, we tend not to take it seriously, and it's something we need to do now. I think Donald Trump is someone very smart, way more strategic than we might tend to think he is. He has something that we have underestimated is quite uncommon in politics, to be honest, is his consistency. And then the finance minister of Germany said, the French president is right. We need to be ready to exert our rightful right, if I may say so, of coercion. And that would go through the anti-coercion instrument of the European Union. If you look at what really matters for the Republicans in terms of electoral groups, farmers are an important community as much as all the tech moguls. And as a matter of fact, the EU could decide to impose tariffs on agricultural goods. The EU could decide to impose some more tariffs on services. And what's very interesting is that one could really senses now that Europeans would be willing to pay a higher price to defend European sovereignty. What we are seeing now is the kind of weaponization of the discourse. I use words, you would never have, no one would have imagined to hear the EU talk about coercion and seeing such a strong Franco-German alignment in this regard, even 6 months ago. Now we hear it. Very strong words. But I guess the diplomacy will come into play. Once we have that, we'll have channels. We'll see in Davos. There will obviously be discussions, although the Danes have said that they wouldn't send any senior official. You'll have the French, you'll have the German Chancellor, the European Commission President will travel there. And it's likely that there will be behind closed door discussions. So one could logically expect some cooling down. What will matter, though, after Donald Trump said so strongly and fiercely that he intends to grab Greenland indeed, is that he doesn't lose face. I think that's crucial, that Europeans play in such a way they can, that he does backpedal without him feeling that he does so and without him looking like he does so. But that's the genius of diplomats.
Jelajahi cara baru mendapatkan informasi. Download MetroTV Extend sekarang.